Facebook, you'll find a link in the post up above, and click that link and you can come and see what Amazon Live looks like. I've got the countdown clock so that everything's synchronized and everything's working, and now we're live everywhere. Thank you for watching. If you are watching on Facebook, you can make a comment. I can show the comment on screen, and that's the clock countdown gone. So I'm going to bring myself on screen and tell you about the picture to my left. I'll go picture in picture. Not that way around, this way around, so you can see the castle and not me. This is Porchester Castle, which is down south, as they say. It's near to Portsmouth, and we're lucky, Angelica and I, to actually visit Porchester Castle, and we did a video about Porchester Castle. And Angelica took this amazing shot. The castle itself is a Saxon castle built in the 3rd century, and it was left alone until Richard II in 1299 took over custodianship of the castle, and he turned it into his own palace down there on the Portsmouth coast, overlooking Portsmouth docks, and he lived there for several years. It's also the place where Richard II set sail to France and fought the Battle of Crecy. So it has a history. It never saw any battles itself, but it was the home of one of the kings of England, and it's just a great place to actually visit. If you actually get to the UK, and hopefully we'll be able to travel soon, then you can go and take a look at it. Okay, so welcome to today's broadcast, and you are watching, and thank you, with Stephen, broadcasting from your mobile. And this show is all about country walking. It's all about mobile. Now, if you are thinking of doing your own mobile videos, there's some pieces of kit that you want. So down in the carousel, I've actually put together a list of items that you need either to shoot mobile video and to go country walking. And the first one of those is the Hohem gimbal. And you need a gimbal. I mean, you could carry the phone around with you, but you'd actually be concentrating on the phone and not dropping it. And when you've got an expensive phone, you need to take care of it. So getting the gimbal, and I'll show you my gimbal on next week's show, getting the gimbal is a great way to actually stabilize the footage that you shoot. In addition to that, you forget about on the mobile phone, be it Android or iPhone, and you can just go on and you can actually shoot your live video. I'll tell you how to do that later in this broadcast. Just want to say hello to everybody who's watching on Amazon Prime and watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch as well. If you are on any of those, the last 4, then just click the link up above and join me on Amazon Live, because that's where the action is. That's what it's all about. We're broadcasting Amazon Live. We're looking at Amazon products, and I'm going to take you on a journey today and show you one of the videos that I actually shot last weekend. Last Friday, we went to Avebury Stone Circle, and Avebury Stone Circle is about 20 miles from where we are. And it is, well, it was built at the same time as Stonehenge, and it has a history, which you'll find out during the course of this broadcast. So let's stop that for a moment. So you need a gimbal. I actually use the Hohem gimbal on all my travels, but equally well, you might try the DJI OM4. Okay, they both do the same task, and they're both dependable. And the thing is, never go out walking without your Fitbit. Now, I've put 2 Fitbits into the carousel for you to actually take a look at. That's the first one. That's the one that's my constant companion from beginning of the day till the end of the day. And it's basically the one that I track my fitness on. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the video of Avebury. I'm going to bring the video up on screen, and it's joined me on screen. I need to hide that. I need to switch full screen off. And beside me now, you can see this is a video shot using the home gimbal and my Samsung mobile phone. And we're touring Bristown Circle. You'll find out more as the video unfolds. And I look forward to watching it with you. I think it's the first time I've seen it in its entirety. So let's just change the screen display. And we're going to put the video full screen. And I'm going to switch my microphone off to prevent any echo. And I'm going to press. Hello in wonderful Wiltshire, and say hello to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook and Twitch. Today we're actually live in Avebury, and I'm just going to pan round and we're going for a little walk around Avebury. Let's follow Angelica and keep away from other people and take them inside this building. As you can see, it is in fact, if we look up, it's a bit dark in there. Okay, this is right, so we're going to head out and we're going to take you on a tour. So it's been decided. So let's just go ahead. The whole area is looked after by a national trust. This are donated to the trust. And this is the museum, the Alexander Tequila Museum, and in here are artifacts discovered in the area around here, and it's a very good exhibition if you want to hop in and find out the archaeology of Avebury. And you can see we're actually in a park. Okay, now this was also a country house, and if we go down here we can see, I'll get up against the railings, we can see Avebury Manor House, used in BBC films, possibly. Today you can actually visit any part of it. There's some tea rooms at the back, or there used to be, and some beautiful gardens. But we're going on the outside because today we're headed around Avebury. In actual fact, okay, we've got to have booked in advance for that, which we can't do. We haven't today. We just come on spec because it's a beautiful day and we're out and about. I will find out the significance of this particular area which has been walled off, and I shall let you know what it is. But this is, I'm just giving people a chance to move on a little bit. I'm not going to point the camera over there. Okay, so we're walking through the churchyard, and if I pan, what we'll do is we'll just head over here because we can. So we're walking around the churchyard. We're off the main path, so we shouldn't get many people. And oh, we saw a rabbit. You saw the rabbit too, I hope. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twitch, I cannot on my web pages, but you can see, take your walk through here and then come round to the front of the church. Now we're actually just to one side of Avebury Circle, which you'll see in a moment as I go and follow the path. We'll come past the church, and I'll give you a view of the church in a moment. There is the church and the steeple, and it serves it is a church which still serves the local population. Okay, and I'm going to go up and down because the ground is going up and down. I'm going to go to the right, okay, and follow the path that's here and just go amongst the trees, and then we'll stop for a moment and we can have a look. Okay, you're out and about with Stephen, Wiltshire in England, and I'm with Angelica today. It's Friday the 13th, and the clock says it's 1:45, which it is. Okay, so beautiful church, and you've got the clock, and then you've got, okay, about face. And this has rather unique entrance to the church and the graveyard. I'm not too sure of the history of it. We'll just look at it for now. And I'm just going to make a slight adjustment so you can actually see where I'm going. We're going to go through the archway, and there is a phrase which is carved up above in Latin. And my Latin is a bit rusty, so we'll leave that for a moment. There are seats for people to sit. There are gates to close the church grounds if you wish. And we're going across now. And this is Avebury Village Hall. This village hall is used for events. It's used for craft fairs. It can be hired. It's also where the village meetings take place, and when it's open as craft fair you can actually get, so it's a social centre in Avebury. And okay, so virtually come round 180 degrees, and we're now coming up on the entrance, which is on our left. I'm just going to carry on for a little bit. Hopefully I've got my geography right. If I haven't, we could be here and get lost, but we won't. Okay, now we can see on the sign, car park is up there, and to our left is the farmyard and the cafe and the manor and the garden. But if we go up here, and this is why we're here actually, it's good to be close to the cafe and to be close to the garden, but we're here for something different. This area is open to the public, and there it is. You can see that that's part of the arc of the stone circle, and the village which we're walking through now is actually within the stone circle. So unlike Stonehenge, where you've got, I'm going to try and get the gate. Okay, I've got the gate, and I'm going to hold it for a moment. Right, okay, we're off now. This is where we really want to be. This is Avebury Stone Circle, which was created at the same time as Stonehenge, and you can see that there's been some repair work taking place. But this is a maintained site, and it's got a path running around the edge. So I'll just let you soak up the stones. Where you've got a marker, it means there was a stone there. There's now a concrete slab. As we get further on, you'll see more of the original stones from 4,500 years ago. Now this is also, incredibly, a working farm, and the sheep actually come out here to graze, and they graze all areas to keep it stone, which is not a marker. And you can see that the circumference of this is just a lot bigger than Stonehenge. And again, the stones have been, because they've been here for 4,000 years. And again, we've got another stone marker followed by a stone. Now excavations have shown where the stones are, and that's why we've got markers to actually represent the stones, because there were stones in situ. Unlike Stonehenge, the stones at Avebury have not been hewn, they've not been cut, so they were exactly as they were brought here, and they would have been moved to here on rollers, on wooden rollers, trees cut down, branches lopped off, lower the stone onto 5 or 6 rollers and gently push, and the rollers turn and the stone moves. Take the roller at the back, put it in front and repeat, and in that way you can move an object of this size. A team of people. People who built Avebury came from throughout Europe and throughout Great Britain, in actual fact, to actually put these stones. It is a World Heritage Site. If you type in Avebury, that's Avebury, into Wikipedia, it will take you directly to the site, and you can find out more. Now we've got some of the smaller stones in this field, but over in the field over there you can see some larger stones. That's where we're headed. Like Stonehenge, I don't think these stones have names, they just are. And you can see part of the trail over there, people stood on the hill. Now going over here, around the perimeter of the stone circle is a vellum or ditch, and that ditch was to keep people out, so that the ditch runs all the way around the outside of the circle. If you're watching live, thank you. If you're watching on Amazon Live, this video is being shown on Amazon Live on Wednesday as part of my country walking this evening. We're definitely out of the country, we're definitely walking, and we're definitely at somewhere different. Now, another fact, it runs through the stone circle. Obviously, originally it started out as a cart track and then became a major road. This is the road, for those of you who know it, this is the road the 49 bus takes when it's actually going from Devizes to Swindon. Right, on most of my trips out, I actually encounter rain. Today it's